Hey guys, what's up? It's Hex here, and today I've got something quite awesome for you. This is my fully automatic potion brewing system. So there's a lot of automatic potion brewing systems out there. Why on earth would you build this one? Well, for one thing, it's incredibly compact. I'll show you the redstone in a minute. And for the other reason is it does not use a hopper timer. So let's go ahead and check out the redstone on the back. So here it is. I think this is incredibly compact for one of these fully automatic brewing systems. And what is controlling this is not a hopper timer, but rather the brewing stand itself. So right now we are brewing a new potion, and you can see the nether wart is going in. Then in this hopper you can see the glistening melon will go in, and then this right here has just some items in it, and we'll talk about why that is in a minute. And then our spider eye just dropped in, and then in this one here we're going to put in our glowstone dust for power, this to make it a splash potion, and then one more nether wart. That's weird. Well, what happens is basically as this thing brews through, it's detecting this hopper right here. So if there's an item in this hopper, an ingredient for the potion, then our piston is going to stay extended, keeping this block right here powered, making it so that this hopper is locked, and so the water bottles, actually the potions, don't go through. So once this glowstone dust goes in, we've got our last ingredient, the gunpowder here, right there. And then, so once that gunpowder goes in, then what's going to happen is this piece of nether wart is going to fall in, but the nether wart won't be able to brew the potion. And also, it's going to empty an item out of this, and then you're going to see when that happens that the piston is going to fire. And when that piston fires, it unlocks, let me show you the redstone. It unlocks the hopper right here because this repeater is powering this, and it also unlocks, no, it actually locks, I'm sorry. It locks this dropper right here. Let me show you right here. So this dropper right here, which is where our water bottles are coming from. I do not know why these things are in here, sorry. And then so it's going to allow these water bottles to come through into the brewing stand. So it's a very efficient system, and the reason that this is important is because Ilmango pointed out recently that if you have a brewing stand and you put an item in it, like let's say we do this, and we have an item brewing. Let's just check this out. Let's wait for the next item. Okay, so once this thing makes a little bit of progress and I log out, watch what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and log out and log back in. Notice that it started over. Well, if you have a hopper timer, the hopper timer won't start over. It'll continue to put the items in whatever order they were currently in. And so then if you log out or if you unload the chunk, then what it will do is it'll throw off your timing. Also with a hopper timer, the hopper timer needs to be tuned to the largest potion that you could make. So this is, I think, a 5-ingredient potion. But if you only want to make a 2-ingredient potion with just, say, you know, some nether wart and a bit of water breathing or something, if you just want to make a 2-ingredient potion, then you actually still have to wait the 5-ingredient time with a hopper timer. But with this system, once that potion is brewed, then it will do the next potion. So let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. So you're going to want to start things off with a chest, a double chest. So right here, the double chest, that's going to be our output chest, okay? These 2 blocks are now completely unnecessary because I just needed them so I could set the double chest. So you got your double chest, that's your output chest. Right, into that double chest, you're going to put a hopper facing this way. So I'm going to build this one along the east-west axis, and then that one's on the north-south axis because it's kind of weird, like the way that hoppers and droppers interact as far as the order that things go in. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit after the tutorial's over. All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your brewing stand and you're going to put it on top of that hopper right there. Then you're going to take and put a hopper facing into the brewing stand going downwards and one facing into the brewing stand going sideways. So this is a little tricky. You have to actually point at kind of the bottom of the brewing stand like that because the hitbox of the brewing stand is actually completely down here. Maybe they fixed that in 1.13. We'll see. Anyways, then after that, you're going to put a double chest right there. And that double chest right here, this is where your water bottles will go. So your unbrewed like water bottles will go in there and your output will be right there. So that's that chest and that chest over there. Just so you can orient yourself of where we're at. Okay, next what you're going to do, On the back side of this thing, we're going to build the redstone. So on the back side, you're going to put a block like this. Then on top of that block, you're going to put a comparator facing outwards like that. Then out of that comparator, you're going to take and you're going to put a sticky piston that is facing down. So you're going to kind of look at the edge of your comparator, shift click, and put that down right there. Then you're going to put a redstone block on the face of that sticky piston, just like that. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take and come back here to your output hopper, and you're going to put a block right next to it like that. So shift click, put a block right there, and then you're going to come down a block and out and back two like that. Okay, so this is our output, and then we have a block there, and then two like that. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take a repeater, and you're going to place that repeater right there, and then you're going to take a redstone and place it right here like that. Okay, that's that portion. So what this does is when the redstone block comes down, that's going to lock the output hopper, allowing your potions to brew. Very cool. All right, up here on the side of where this comparator is right here, on the block underneath, you're going to put 2 blocks coming out, not a torch, 2 blocks. Thank you. Not that, 2 blocks. There we go. Thank you very much. Then you're going to put a comparator facing into that comparator, and then a hopper on top of that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some items in this hopper, and these 2 comparators are going to compare this hopper with this hopper, and that's going to be how it decides whether or not to put power to this piston, and then turning the system from being able to pull the water bottles or not. Then what you're going to do is you're going to place a block right here. You're going to come down one right there, break this block, and you're going to put one there, put one on top of it like that, and break that block. So you have this shape here. Okay, on the back side of this block, you are going to place a redstone torch. Okay, on top of that torch, you are going to place a block, and then you're going to break the block that was underneath this hopper that we had there, and you're going to place redstone right there. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and take and place redstone there and there. So basically when this goes down, that's going to power this redstone. That redstone is going to turn off this torch, which is going to unpower this, which is going to allow water bottles to go into here. I'll explain why that is important later. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take another block and you're going to place it next to that redstone right there. And then you're going to place one on the end of this chest and one on the end of that chest, just like that. These 2 are completely optional. You could place like a hopper right here to have more water bottle storage, or you could place like a hopper under here, have more chests for more potion storage, doesn't matter. But this right here, this block that I'm pointing at, that's where our on-off switch is going to go. So we're going to place a lever right there. And then if you don't need any extra water bottle storage, you could go like this and say this is on. And this is going to be off. Surprise, surprise. Okay, like that. Very good. All right, next what you're going to do is you're going to swing back around here. You're going to place a redstone torch right here on this block right here behind our repeater. Redstone torch right there. Then off of that redstone torch, you're going to place a dropper facing up like this. Okay. Then on top of that dropper, you're going to place a hopper going down. And then you're going to go ahead and take and put a single item of some sort into that. I had some diorite set up somewhere, but I'm going to just use a piece of polished diorite. I'm going to drop it into this little hopper right there. So that means we have one item right here. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a block, put it on the side of this dropper like that, and then you're going to place a comparator facing out of that hopper on the face of that comparator. You're going to place a block, redstone torch on the side of that block, and then, oh sorry, not on the side of it, on top of the block, and then you're going to place another block on top of that, like that. Okay? Easy peasy. That's actually all of the complicated redstone stuff done. The rest of it is just the droppers and stuff. All right, speaking of droppers, we're going to come here and we're going to place one more block on top of this. You could potentially put a hopper right here facing into this and then use that as your blaze powder storage, but you don't really need it. Okay. Then when you're going to come out from this bottom one, you're going to come out 17 blocks for all of the items up to 1.13. So if you're in 1.13 and you want every single possible potion item, then you're going to come out 17 blocks. Now, if you only need like, I don't know, 10 of the items or something because you don't really care about some of the potions, kind of more like I do. Like I don't care about swiftness. I don't really use poison very much. I don't really use, I don't know, regen that much. I probably should. I don't really make tipped arrows. Potion of leaping I very rarely use. So, you can kind of plan in advance what you want, or you could just do all 17, doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to do all 17 here, but you could kind of think about how many you really need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. On top of every single one of those blocks that you just placed, you're going to place a dropper facing up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Of course, that number could change depending on what you said, on what you need, as I just said. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to take your hoppers and you're going to place a hopper chain so that it goes on top of every single one of those droppers like this. Like that. All right, that's done. So all these hoppers should face into this hopper going into this brewing stand. All right, next what you're going to do is come around the back and you're going to place a line of solid blocks next to each of these droppers like this. Okay. Then you're going to put a long redstone line on top of those blocks all the way down. So redstone, 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 and it should it should be powered after you pass this block right here because it's powered by this torch. Okay, very cool. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to come around the front and you need to put some of these levers on all of these items. So on all these blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this last one, you actually don't need a lever on because the very last one should be your nether wart unless you're on what is this? Let me just double check to make sure I say this right. What is that, the XY axis? No, sorry, the north-south axis. If you're running it on the north-south axis, then for some reason you have to put the nether wart in a slightly different place. But we'll talk about that in a minute when we start filling up the items. So levers on all these. Now, when the lever is down, that means that particular hopper is not going to be active. Okay, I know that's weird because these are turning them on, but basically it's on back here already, right? So this is going to turn off and on, giving a pulse to all of these droppers. But if it's already on the lever, then the pulse won't really do anything. Does that make sense? So then if one of these is up, then this dropper will be active. So like, let's say this is your, your glistening melon, then your glistening melon will actually go into this hopper and be pushed down when the system runs. Okay. So this is basically item off, item on. So it's kind of backwards from what the normal lever would be. Okay. Very cool. That's actually all of the difficult stuff done. So from now on, all we have to do is just load up our items, and we have to put some items into this hopper here and this hopper here. And I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so what I did is I put a little nice frame around mine, so you could do that if you want to with some sort of detail block. I'm just going to use this white concrete, but these blocks are completely optional. These have nothing to do with the function of the thing. It's just to kind of finish it off. Okay, with that, and then this would be like your floor. That all the way down here. That just like that. Okay, cool. Then like your item frames would go on all of these, like this. And then because I'm a bit of a moron, I like to put the signs of what the effect is so that I can remember like, oh yeah, the blaze powder is strength and the other one is this, and then I keep getting redstone and the glowstone powder mixed up, like which one's power, which one's duration. So I recommend like putting your signs on here I'm going to put a sign right here. This one's going to be our awkward potion, and so on. And so on and so forth. And then this one might be down here. This one might be like your, I don't know, I think I put swiftness on this, so I put a sign, and then swiftness, that, and yada yada. And so then up here would go your sugar, and then down here would go like your nether wart, just to kind of give you an idea of like really easy like what goes in here. Now, here's the weird part. What you're going to do is you're going to come to this hopper right here, and you're going to take out some items that you don't care about, like diorite, for example. And you're going to take and you're going to put one item in that slot, one item in that slot, one item in that slot, and 19 in that slot. And so once again, 19, 1, 1, 1, empty. Okay, now in this hopper back here, you're going to do the exact same thing, except this is going to have one, that's going to have one, that's going to have one, that's going to have one, and the last one has 19 again. 16, 17, 18, 19. There we go. Okay, the next thing you need to do is put in some water bottles like this. Just going to dump in a bunch of water bottles, and we'll get some more like that. So then all your water bottles will go in here, and you can fill this thing all the way up. And like I said, if you need more storage, then you could put another hopper where this on button is going into this chest, and then you could add more storage if you want to. Okay, once you got your water bottles in there, then what you're going to want to do is put in your first potion. So then how are you going to do that? Well, you're going to start things off with one nether wart. So you put one nether wart into the brewing stand. Okay, like that. All right. Once that thing is in there, then what you want to make sure that the switch is turned on, otherwise it won't start. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your very first potion in there. So all you need is like one item right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a piece of sugar into this one here. And then we'll also do, I don't know, piece of glowstone, and then another wart like that. Okay. So then all you have to do then is wait for this thing, and it's going to brew. So we're brewing our nether wart, where it's going to turn into an awkward potion. There we go. Then we have our sugar. Then the next ingredient is going to be this one here, the glowstone. There goes the glowstone. Glowstone dust. And then in here we should have our nether wart. Now once again, once this nether wart drops into the system, it's going to empty this hopper, which should retract this piston, which is going to trigger this mechanism here. There's our pulse, and we start the next potion. Okay, to order your potions, what you need to do is you need to put everything in order in the direction from right to left that it's going to be going into the potion, right? So all of your ingredients are going to go here. So like your carrots are going to go here. Let me get out some items here. We've got swiftness, poison, water breathing, night vision, leaping, fire resistance, healing, strength, regeneration, turtle master, which is for 1.13. I'm currently in 1.12, making this tutorial, but soon 1.13 will be out. You'll have turtle master, slow falling, so that'll be your membranes. From Phantoms, Turtle Master, I believe, is the Scute or something like that from the Turtles. And then Corruption is your Spider Eye, so that like makes like your poison effects and stuff, and or your corrupted effects. And then Lingering Potion for tipped arrows. Power is the Glowstone Dust, Duration, Redstone Dust. And then these two are actually backwards because I was having some issues. So this one here is going to be our Splash. Right there. So we'll do splash. And the last one, you could just put awkward. That's awkward. Awkward. Did I spell awkward awkwardly? I think so. Anyways, you don't really need that lever then. So then the very last thing you should know is that when the lever is up, that's when it's active. Okay, so right now the only ingredient that's going in right now is the water breathing, the pufferfish, and our nether wart right here. But if you wanted to put some of these other things in, then you could do, okay, so let's switch it over to like a splash potion of night vision. So we got our night vision, and then we'll have, let's say, some extra duration, so that'd make it an 8-minute one, and then turn that into a splash potion. Okay, so then these are all the active ones, the ones where the lever's pointing up and not down. All right, that's the entire thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tutorial. I know I've enjoyed making it. I really like this potion brewing stand. I think it's going to be really awesome. I hope you put it in your world and give it a try. And if you do like this video, don't forget to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But for now, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and God bless.